All right, the first coffee that we're going to talk about here is a coffee we offered probably a year and a half ago. It was from Mexico, from the Nayarit region. And Mexico is one of the largest producers of fair trade organic coffee, and they might be the largest actually in the world, so they do a lot of fair trade organic. But basically I met with the guy who helped start this co-op down there, and he instituted a whole basically platform just based on quality and how much more the farmers would make if they focused more on quality compared to the fair trade co-op. So he was down there consistently working with them every year, year after year, cupping with them to help them understand the value of their coffee. And this information is a little outdated, but even then still, can't read that percentage. But if you look at the graph, it's hard to read, but the green basically was how much more this co-op was making over the fair trade. So the fair trade premium you see is that blue bar there, and then this co-op in particular that did not do fair trade, they focused on some certification. They are organic farm, or organic certified, but this farm in particular, and their success was going after quality and what they received for it. Burundi is another interesting one. For those of you who don't know, coffee was actually originally founded in Ethiopia, so all of East Africa. There's a lot of coffee and a lot of potential for quality. They have a lot of things that can produce some of the best coffee in the world, altitude, varietals, and things like that. So Burundi's been producing coffee for a long time, and really in the last couple of years, an importer that we work with pretty directly has started a few projects down there, and we've worked with them pretty close on it, and to help improve the quality of the coffee. And Burundi is one of those places too where they don't really fit the fair trade model at all. So really quality is the main place where they would go to increase what the farmers will earn. And the price we paid last year for this Burundi Kinyovu was about 57% over the fair trade minimum, which was obviously huge. And it was the most money these farmers had ever made, ever growing coffee. And it's really the beginning of specialty coffee in Burundi. So there's a lot of hope continually going forward in the future for more. And also there were even, we set percentages, I don't know if you can read that or not, but we set basically a quality standard. If it met this, we pay an extra 5% to the farmer, to the dry mill, because along the way, those places are important for maintaining the quality. So once it's out of the farmer's hand, if they're not milling the coffee correctly, the coffee could get ruined as well. So we would also reward basically everyone along the chain.
Something I'd add to that too is, so often in any industry, we have this term of middlemen that are often seen as detractors from, price, from quality, from anything. We see them as negative components of any trade process. But really, and they can be within coffee. But what's so important is that without middlemen and coffee importers, exporters, nonprofit agencies doing work at the farm level, we really wouldn't be able to achieve any of this. We are a pretty small coffee company. For us to have any sort of impact at origin, we need help. With this Burundi project and many of these other projects, we have a team, again, that team approach where we have importers that are focused on quality, exporters focused on quality, nonprofit agencies focused on quality that are helping us achieve this quality.
This is probably one of the first coffees that we really started working a little more directly with the producers, and this will be the third year that we've bought this particular coffee. Last March, I got to visit down there, and Costa Rica's been very pioneering kind of in the coffee industry for improving quality and what they can do for the producer. So about 10 years ago, the coffee market really crashed, and a lot of producers in Costa Rica were producing excellent coffee. They had nowhere to sell their coffee to make money. So they wanted to keep the quality and find specific roasters to buy that coffee. And there were a small group that did that and stuck with it. And this was 10 years ago. And because of that, there's so many more farmers now in Costa Rica who are improving their quality every year and finding buyers every year and making more money every year than ever before. And it's pretty exciting. And they've kind of gone away a little bit from the kind of a large co-op where they've started their own mills, so where they control more of the quality aspects themselves. And so it's basically all them, as opposed to them mixing their coffee with their neighbor's farm. So they have a much more direct impact, and in turn improve the quality of coffee and enable companies like ours to have very direct access to them. So this is a picture of me down there last year with the owner of this particular small micro mill, Elsar de Zarcero. There's two families that own it, basically, two brothers and another guy from another family. And it's pretty neat too, what they've also done is even increased the quality in the neighboring farms they're now beginning to work with. So they're also bringing others up with them. So it's a pretty neat project that we're happy to be a part of for sure.
Exciting thing about Costa Rica, Elsar de Zarcero, this is our longest standing relationship coffee. When we form relationships with these farms, they too have the option whether they want to sell to us or somebody else. And we're excited about Costa Rica Elsar because we've been able to sustain the relationship for 3 years. Some of the other coffees that have been relationship coffees, maybe we found that the relationship didn't work out the way we wanted, or they sold their coffee to somebody else and they wanted to pay more for it. But with Elsar, that coffee, we should be getting it in pretty soon, and you'll be able to have that coffee when you come back in the fall semester. That will be in your coffee bars. It's a great example of that continued relationship we strive for with relationship coffees.